Hi everyone, Rene Bastarache here, and today's topic is 40 tips on how to deal with stress. Stress can be found just about anywhere every day. In fact, stress is the major contributing factor in just about any kind of sickness or disorder. Anything from depression, stroke, heart attack, panic attacks, and the list is endless. In fact, you probably were a victim of stress at least a couple times today already. Did you know that when you become stressed, you immediately shut down your immune system? Think about that. Stress shuts down the immune system so you can't heal. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, the average human being spends approximately 80% of their life in a state of stress. So what does that leave? 20% of your life for healing. And guess what? Most of that time you're probably sleeping. So now you can understand why we live in such a sick society. People are sick most of the time. You probably know one or two people who are suffering from something right now. This is what I want to help you with today. Now, I'd like you to think about stress as a verb. Stress is an action thing. You have to do something to get stressed. So the lack of stress is not healing, is not opening up your immune system. The lack of stress is neutral. It's nothing. If stress is an action or a verb, then healing or opening your immune system is also an action or a verb. Something has to be done to stop the stress and start the healing process. Think of this whole process like a traffic light. When the light is red, that means you're stressed. That's when your immune system shuts down. Something's happening. When the light is green, that's when your immune system is open and you can start to heal. But what about yellow? I know with most traffic lights, when the light turns yellow, that means go like a bat out of heck because red's coming, but not really. Yellow is neutral. Nothing happens. It's not red and it's not green. So it's an action. You need to do something to get that green light. So many things cause stress for us on a daily basis that with this list, I hope to give you 40 things that you can use to combat stress. So here's 40 different methods of getting your green light to go on. So let's get started. Number one, and probably one of my favorite ones, is to exchange attitude, especially negative attitude, with gratitude. Practicing gratitude, being happy, being thankful for what you have, is a great way to get rid of stress. It brings you to the now, it makes you happy. When you're angry, rather than lashing out and getting all upset, try to think of something nice about that person. In fact, try to think of one thing nice about every person you meet each day. I know that's a tall order, so why don't you try it one day at a time? Just for today, anyone you run into, try to think of one thing nice about them. If it's somebody you don't like, you might say, hey, he has a nice tie. He has nice shoes. It's a nice color of hair. Okay, try to find something nice about them. Number two, meditate. Meditating helps you to relax, relieve stress. It's a verb. You're doing something. And if you don't want to meditate, number three, simply relax. How do you like to relax? Sit back in your easy chair, in a rocking chair, go sit out on the deck. Just relax. Take a relaxed break. Number four, find something that you enjoy to do every day and do it. Take some time for yourself. Number five, look at the big picture. What do I mean by that? When you're in the middle of something, when you're stressed about something, stop, take a step back, and look at it as the big picture. If you were able to zoom out of it, almost like you were leaving the earth and you're looking down at it as the whole city, how big are your problems then? Number six, exercise. It's amazing how exercise can help you. We have 2 treadmills in the house. Matter of fact, one of them goes right under this desk. I have a desk that goes up and down and a treadmill that goes underneath there. So I spend about an hour or 2 each day walking on the treadmill while I'm working. That helps to alleviate stress. Matter of fact, if you can do it while you're not working, that'll work even better. Number 7, take about 20 minutes each day to go out in the sunlight. Just being in sun will help you to relax. It actually increases serotonin in your body. And serotonin is the key ingredient in most of the SSRI drugs that I use for depression today. So 20 minutes each day to help you to relax. Now, don't use that as a replacement. Okay, I'm not trying to replace your medicine. By the way, don't do that. If you decide to ever replace your medicine, speak to your doctor first. That's my little disclaimer. All right, number 8. Do one thing at a time. Don't eat the elephant at once, because if you do, you'll choke. One bite at a time, one piece at a time. Number 9, going along with that same idea, write everything down. Write a general to-do list. Something that you have to do tomorrow, the next day. When you think of something, instead of keeping it on your mind all the time, write it down so you can go on with your day, and when you're ready to do something else, you can return to the list. Number 10, keep your daily to-do list very short. You're going to have a general to-do list, and every evening before you go to bed, you hopefully have everything written on there because it'll help you to sleep. But take the most important things that you want to work on tomorrow, and you make another to-do list for that day. But try to keep it simple so it's something that is attainable and you're not getting overwhelmed. Number 11, only look at your email maybe once or twice a day, and preferably later on in the day, because a lot of people look at the email every half hour, every 20 minutes. Every time you hear a ding, you got to go check, see what it is. Well, that can cause a lot of stress, especially if you're in a project, you're doing something that's really important, you got your momentum going, and oh no, I got a problem with this client, I got to take care of this, and it threw off your whole momentum. So take care of it later on in the day so you can get going and get a lot accomplished. Number 12, don't make mountains out of molehills. I think that's self-explanatory. Why make a big deal out of something that's simple? Number 13, ask instead of guessing. Have you ever tried to figure something out? Maybe the boss wants you to do something, but does he mean this? Does he mean that? If I do this wrong, he's going to get upset. If I don't do this quite right, quit guessing, quit wondering. Ask him. It'll eliminate a lot of stress. 14, prepare for work, for school, or whatever you're going to do tomorrow before you go to sleep tonight. Number 15, leave work behind over the weekend. So if you have, let's say, the weekend off and Friday you're done work, leave work at work and enjoy your weekend. Take time to recuperate and to rest. Number 16, delegate. Especially people that are entrepreneurs, they like to do everything themselves because they don't think anybody can do it as well as they can. Most entrepreneurs are perfectionists. But learn to delegate. Myself, I don't like to deal with emails. And if it's an email that somebody else can handle it, I forward the email for someone else to handle it. I have a lot of writing I have to do on a daily basis. I'm writing books, I'm creating projects, so I've hired a ghostwriter that does a lot of my writing for me. So how can you delegate? What can you have done, especially tedious chores, maybe opening regular mail, going through your email, in our case, printing certificates. What can I have done by someone else to free up all this tedious time so I can be creative and move forward? Number 17, eliminate. What do I mean by that? Whatever you can't fix, whatever you can't change, eliminate it out of your life. If it's negative, it causes stress, you can't fix it, you can't change it, get rid of it. Number 18, be early. I have here, be 10 minutes early to your appointments. You got to go someplace, get there early, and you're not stressed at the last minute, oh, I'm late, I'm stuck in traffic, I'll never get there in time. Get there 10 minutes early and bring a good book. Learn while you're sitting there. It'll help you to relax even more. Number 19, enjoy and relax during lunchtime. Once again, leave your work at work. When you go to lunch, spend your time for lunch. Number 20, keep a very simple and organized workspace. Get rid of the clutter. It'll help you to focus more and to get better work done. Number 21, create a distraction-free workspace. What do I mean by that? Well, what do you have around your desk or in your office that causes you to focus on something else? Right now, I'm looking around my office. Okay, I could have had my Black & Decker drill put away in the toolbox. So I look at that over there sitting on my printer, and that makes me think of, oh, what things do I still have to do around the office? Do I have things I have to fix? Okay, get rid of that. It doesn't need to be there. Number 22, get things done first that stress or bother you. So if you have a to-do list and there's maybe 1 or 2 things on there that are really stressing you out, rather than stressing until you get to them, don't put them number 5 or 6 on your list, put them number 1 and 2 on your list so you can get the stress out of the way and move on. Number 23 is something that I'm reminded about all the time by Raluca, Keep in mind that you never get it all done, and tomorrow's another day. In the morning, I go, I got so much to do today. See the stress coming in already? I'm getting myself overwhelmed. And she says, you'll never get it all done. You're always going to have so much to do today. So tomorrow's another day. That's a great thing about a small to-do list. Number 24, limit your daily information intake. Okay, what are you doing during the day when you're working? If you're stopping every 10 minutes to look at your email, and then you look at your Facebook, and then you're looking at your LinkedIn, and then you're looking at your Google Hangouts and YouTube, there's so much input. Some people get onto Yahoo front page and they see what's going on in the world, and of course, you're never going to find pleasant things on Yahoo front page or the news that's going on in the world because it's not interesting. What gets people interested in reading is catastrophe. That's all you see in these kind of things. So limit your daily intake. Number 25, listen to your intuition. If you're going to do something and you get a bad feeling about doing it, don't do it. Follow your intuition. It'll relieve a lot of stress later on because you're going to wish you had followed how you felt. Number 26, be in the moment. There is no stress in now. Think about that. There is no stress in the now, in the moment. Stress comes from things you remember that were stressful in the past, but mostly what's going to happen. You're stressed because this is going to happen, that's going to happen, but right now, this is the best that life has to get at this moment, and at this moment, and at this moment. I can go on forever and ever. There's no stress in the now. Number 27, ask for help. How many of you people have a hard time asking for help? If there's something you need help to do, ask for help, whether it's a project, whether it's moving a desk, whether it's getting a whole mess of tedious things done, ask for help. Number 28, talk it out with someone you trust. If something's bothering you, take a moment to speak about it, to discuss it. You might even find just by discussing it and saying it out loud, you'll be able to solve your own problem. So talk it out with someone you trust. Number 29, slow down. When you get overwhelmed, when you get stressed, you start going faster and faster, and you're like the ever-ready bunny bouncing all over the place. Take a deep breath and slow down. See, I feel better already. I'm already up to number 30, and I'm going really fast. I got to take a deep breath, take my time. Number 31. Now, this is going to sound weird. I have it as thinking about death or pondering death. What I mean by that, I don't want you to start dwelling on dying, but if you have a problem going on right now, something that's right in your face and it's bothering you, 50 years from now or after you're gone, that's not going to matter. So rather than saying after I'm gone, I like to say 50 years from now, none of this is going to matter. Makes you look at it a little differently. It's kind of like the stepping back I said earlier in the list. So 50 years from now, none of this is going to matter. That'll help you to deal with things a little bit better. Number 32, smile at yourself in the mirror. Have you ever gone up to a mirror and just looked at yourself and gone? Try it. You're looking at me. How long before you smile back? I can't smile bigger, so smile back, okay? Well, when you look in the mirror and smile really big, guess what's going to happen? Eventually, you're going to start laughing. You're going to kind of chuckle. You cannot look at yourself in a mirror and remain sad and be depressed. So that's a great thing to do. Look in the mirror and smile. Number 33, work it through. What is the situation you're going through? Sometimes people are doing something and say, oh, this isn't going to work. But it's the not knowing that bothers you. But if you can work it through, kind of imagine what the situation would be like if it were gone. So just step by step by step by step. This is either going to happen, that could happen, this could happen. The thoughts of what could happen, the end results of what could happen, you're going to find that probably none of them are as bad as what you were stressed about initially. So work it through in your mind before you get all upset. Number 34. Check with a nutritionist, okay? If you find yourself getting stressed all the time, possibly it's your diet. Maybe you have too much sugar. Maybe it's caffeine. Maybe there's something you're eating that causes stress that you had no idea. If you speak to a nutritionist, let them know what's going on with what you're eating, the supplement bars, whatever. You might find that one of them is really sending you haywire. Number 35, take time off from the tech. Now, as for myself, each and every day I'm sitting at this desk, out front of, actually I got dual screens, large TV screens, okay, here at the computer. And I have my cell phone over here, and I have laptops over there, and there's so much tech around me that after 4 or 5 hours, I mean, my eyes are like, I feel like they look like slot machines, At the end of the day, Lucas says, boy, your eyes are red usually. So take a break every once in a while. What I like to do is I get up probably maybe once an hour. Sometimes I forget to, but I'm reminded. And I get up and I have out that way, okay, there's actually a door going to a deck. And I go stand on the deck and take in some air. If it's in the evening, I look up at the stars and I might even sit there for about 5 or 10 minutes and then come back to work. Thought stopping, number 36. A lot of times just going through your day, your thoughts or your negative thoughts can cause a lot of stress. Think about it. You have an average of 64,000 thoughts a day. Some of those are going to be negative. So rather than having negative thoughts, stop your thought. When you're in the middle of a thought that's not leading to something constructive, that's negative, simply say to yourself, stop. That's what's called thought stopping. Or if you want to be more techie, you can say cancel, cancel. Yeah, and I even say it out loud. Sometimes I'll be doing something, walking through the mall, and I'll have a bad thought, and I'll go, cancel, cancel. People look at me like, what's the matter with him? They think I'm talking to some kind of techie device, and I have one of those hidden things in my ear. But say cancel, cancel, which stops the thought. It's almost like if you were thinking something negative and I yelled, stop, you just jump and it would break the thought. But go one step further, stop and swap. Now think about something positive. So stop the thought and move into something positive. Number 37, acceptance. One of the biggest reasons you become stressed is when something bothers you, you try to push it away, you fight it. But if you can accept the thing that's causing stress, this stresses me out right now, but this is what my day is giving me. This is, in this moment, this is the best that life has to give me. And it's okay. So a lot of times if you accept something as the way it is right now and deal with it as you go, it'll relieve stress. Number 38, eliminate the shoulds. How many times in a day do you say the word should? I should have done this, he should have done that, they shouldn't have done that. The word should is setting you up to fail. Things are as they are. Don't should on yourself and don't should on anybody else. When you say the word should, cancel, cancel, and change it. That's just the way it is. Put another word instead. So eliminate all the shoulding from your life. Number 39, hypnosis. Hypnosis alleviates stress really well. Matter of fact, that's one of the top things it's used for. So if you are a practitioner and someone's stressed, do a hypnosis session on them. If you're not a practitioner, do self-hypnosis. There's so many different things online for self-hypnosis. Matter of fact, on our websites, you'll find plenty of them. Doing self-hypnosis will alleviate stress greatly. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And what is hypnosis? Suggestions. Give yourself relaxing, positive suggestions. Or affirmations, the same thing. What are affirmations? They're suggestions. Reciting affirmations to yourself is a form of self-hypnosis or hypnosis. And that was number 40. Thanks for joining us, and I'd like you to share this list with anyone you know who you think could use a break from stress. This is a list that could help virtually anybody. So help their day and share it. And if you'd like to see a printed list of all 40 stress-relieving items I just mentioned, go to our online blog at americanschoolofhypnosis.com/blog, and you'll see the whole list right there. So have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe.